السلام عليكم. من المفترض أن يكون السجن مكانا لعقاب المجرمين، ولكن على مدى العصور دائما ما يتم حبس الأبطال والأخيار فيه، وهذا العصر خير دليل. فترى كثيرا من علمائنا وشيوخنا في السجون، ولا أريد ذكر أسمائهم ولا أسماء الدول. وعلى رأي المصريين السجن للجدعان. أندرو تي يخبرونا كيف كانت حياته في السجن. لنتابع. حسب اليوتيوب أغلب المشاهدين ليسوا مشتركين في القناة، فيا ريت تسوي اشتراك للقناة حتى نحارب خوارزميات اليوتيوب.
You know what? If anyone at home is wondering what jail was like, you guys, what's Romanian jail like?
Yeah, what's jail like?
Let's talk about jail. It's me sitting like this, Tristan sitting the same, and us staring at the wall. This is jail.
If you'd like to know how fast you'd go crazy in jail, by yourself, because I was by myself sometimes, or with some random Romanians. But let's take the days that we had together. Take a friend of yours. Go to your bathroom. Put all phones and electronics outside and sit in your bathroom. You're allowed one iPad, very small, at the end of the bathroom, and you could only watch television in languages you don't understand. That's what jail is like. I know people think we're going to go into jail and come out with all sorts of cool stories, but the months and months and months that we have feel compressed into nothing at all because there were no events to break up your day.
Jail was hard. I want to make something clear to everyone watching at home. The jail was actually very difficult.
Well, Romanian jail is no picnic. I'm sure people at home can understand that a Romanian jail is not a 5-star resort.
God blessed us with a very difficult challenge. He put us in an extremely complicated escape room, which took 3 months for us to eventually emerge from. I would say the day we found out we were being released was one of the best days of my life. That's absolutely not really true. Jail was extremely difficult. But like I said with PBD, and I want to stick by this, the things that are most important in jail are physical power so that you're not bullied by anybody else, and mental strength so you're not bullied by your own mind, because those are your only two enemies in the world. And jail is basically like a condensed, hypersensitive version of life. If you get angry in real life, you'll get very angry in jail. If you get a little bit sad in real life, you'll get very sad in jail. Everything is condensed and pressurized. Mm-hmm. So if you have problems with your mind and problems controlling your thoughts in the real world, you're going to have huge problems in jail. If you get picked on in the real world, you're going to get really picked on in jail. It's like condensed life. So you have to make sure you have control of these things. And that's why, in many ways, I guess, we've always been preparing for jail, not because we believe we're going to go to jail, but because we understand that we always have to be the kind of people who can handle all of life's adversaries and all of life's trials and tribulations. And we understand that God is going to give them to us. And when I was in jail, if depression was a real thing, I would have absolutely not been depressed. But luckily for me, I don't believe in depression. So I couldn't possibly be depressed. So all you have to do is sit there, gather your chi, do Aikido, smoke cigarettes, and watch the time go by. And we had no idea how long we were going to be in there for, but
that was the hard part.
That was the hardest part. But you know what, Tristan? We're not in jail right now.
We are not in jail right now. And I told you,
shake my hand.
We will be sitting at the emergency meeting desk one of these days, back in January, back in February, back in March, staring at those walls. And here we are.
We're not in jail. And you know what? Regardless of how this plays out, how the Matrix attacks us, or whatever God's plans are for us, or what lessons he believes we need to learn, if God decides I have to go back to the dungeon and wake up with cockroaches on my face, and I respect God enough to go and do that honorably, and I will pray to him just the same. God decides Allah is the best of planners, but if he decides I have to go back to jail and I could choose one person to go to jail with, I would like to go to jail with you because you're an excellent jailmate. And I want you to know that as long as you and I are together, I don't fear jail.
Yeah, I don't fear jail either. If they send you back, they better send me back.
We're a team, and as long as we're on the same team, we're always happy. So I want the whole world.
But keep in mind, all of my fans and everybody listening, at the stage we're at now, even I can't tell you what the evidence is against me, why they think I ran a TikTok stealing gang. I can't tell you what the evidence is in the file or who's saying what. I really can't. But I can tell you this. If they send me back to jail, the evidence has to be made public. So Tristan's guilty. He's going to jail. If you see that on the news, your first question should be, wonderful. Now I could see what the evidence against him was. Show me. And they have to show their cards at that point. So if I go back to jail, or if I don't go back to jail, as I said, I trust the Romanian justice system, but you know, there are miscarriages in justice in every single country in the world. If there is a miscarriage of justice, you will all know the evidence that proved I ran a gang that stole TikTok money, even though I have hundreds of millions of dollars.
And this is very important. Today it's us. But if any of you want to live the life that you're hoping to live, if any of you want to truly be people who are free and sovereign and free of mind and free of geographical area, and you want to be able to do what you want and say what you want, and even if you're a good person and you believe in God and you help people and you donate money to charity and you do all these good things and they still don't like you have to understand, you're not just supporting us. You're literally protecting yourself for the future, because we're getting to a level of insanity now where nobody is safe.
Yeah.
The BBC and Lucy with their stories, literally, when I sat there with Lucy, she said, this imaginary person we've made up 9 years ago said you were controlling. I said, who is she? They said, we're not going to tell you. But 9 years ago, I was controlling to an imaginary person. How can I answer that question? What does that mean? Does that mean 9 years ago I said, no, you can't have a handbag. I won't buy you a handbag. Does that make me controlling? Financially controlling because I wouldn't give her my money 9 years ago from an imaginary person? None of this is real, and they can attack absolutely anybody with it. No man is safe from this. Yeah. No man. It's scary, because if you're watching this at home going, that probably won't happen to me, it will. And you know what's most scary? When it happens to us, the world knows. The world cares. When it happens to you, you might be sitting in that jail cell. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. Nobody talks about it. There's no public outcry or outrage. Then what? Then what you going to do?